Hello, everyone. Let's see here. I just need to, there we go, get my stream going. And that's not the thing I want to do. There we go. Let's open this. Okay, let's continue our game. Where am I? Where is my controller? Alright. Oh, and I need to be clicked on the screen in order for the controller to register. I think. Alright, let's see here. Okay, where was I? And what was I doing? Your feelings. I've always wondered about this, but how did someone like you end up as a junker? That's a tough question. I'm sure it's for the same reasons as you and Harry. Well, my reason is that I have amnesia and I don't know what I'm doing. You don't have amnesia. About Katrina. Alice was killed and Katrina is missing. Mika, what should I do? Gillian, please find Katrina. That seems straightforward, doesn't it? Alright, let's see. Where shall we go? I can't imagine we're going to find anything in any of these rooms, to be honest. Have you found Katrina? I'll look for Katrina. Check the places she seems likely to go. Places she's likely to go? Yes, she's a teenager, right? Don't teenagers like to see the city, go shopping? She's run away from Snatchers. The first place they don't go is a mall. What about Alton Plaza? Young girls really like that area. Alton Plaza, eh? Search for Katrina being an option right here. Is Katrina here? Come on, Seed, get serious. Of course she's not here. Alright. Where would you like to go? Alright, so let's see. Alton Plaza. Always asking Benson Cunningham always seems to be a good way to find the place. Alton Plaza. Breathe. You. Hello, people. I see a few people on the stream. Hi. Let's see. Exit. This is Alton Plaza. Let's look for Katrina. Search for Katrina. Gillian, she'd never be able to hear you in this crowd. Let's look. Christmas week gets jollier every time we come here. Shop windows are all displaying goods for Christmas and New Year's. There's a lot of clothes here that I bet Katrina would love. Katrina isn't here, is she? Nearby people. What? You see Katrina? Oh, sorry, it was somebody else. Metal? Investigate. More decorations appear every day. Show windows. Katrina is nowhere around the show windows. I don't see Katrina anywhere. Alright, let's try the nightlife district. Metal, we gotta find her. She won't get past my sensors. This is no good, I don't see her anywhere. She does not appear to be here. Katrina does not seem to be here. Let's look elsewhere. Let's see. I mean, the only other place is my apartment. Good idea. It might be worthwhile to search the neighborhood. Let's go, Metal. check something. I don't know if my friends are aware that I'm streaming. I wish my typing was better. Alright, exit turtle cycle. I can't imagine Katrina would be here, but maybe she'd be in the apartment? I highly doubt that too, because how would she get into my apartment building? There's a light in my apartment building.
Wait a sec. My lights are on. That's weird. I know I shut them off before I left.
Be careful. A snatcher may be in your apartment.
Searching the place, maybe? I don't have any evidence up there.
Enter turbocycle's the only move. That's not what I want to do. This is definitely your building. It's hard to tell from here, but the lights are definitely on. I can't limit the movement sensor just to your apartment. I don't read anything. Apparently nobody is near the window. Hello, clickbait bro! How you doing? I think I need to investigate the door. Man, I'll check the status of the door of my apartment from here. Poggers. Now access is in the building security system. Gillian, it's open. I know I locked that before I left. I can't investigate from here. Alright, now go inside. Are you ready? Nope, nothing here. This is the living room.
I hear something.
This time I can hear it too.
I read motion. Something is in there.
All right, Metal. Lock the front door. We're not letting anything out of here.
Okay, it sounds like a shower to me. I have a feeling this might get a little, nipply? No place where a person could hide. It just sounds like static, to be honest. Nothing seems to have been stolen. What's that smell? Snatcher? I'm not sure, but I've smelled that somewhere before. Enter bathroom. Whoever broke in here may have set some kind of trap for you. The position of the chair and some of my stuff is different. There are some faint depressions in the carpet that would indicate footprints. I read no movement in this room. These shoe impressions are very sharp and deep. Most of the weight of the person was focused on one point. Something sharp? Snatcher? That possibility exists. Let's check this room first. Alright. The sound seems to be coming from the bathroom. Nittle bipply. Bippily. What is that smell? Something's in there. Actually, use Metal Gear. Save. Alright, I'll save everything. It definitely sounds like white noise, doesn't it? Now returning to the investigation. This is the bathroom. It's really hot and humid in here. There is something in the shower. I read movement. There's movement in this room. My thermosensor shows a region of concentrated heat. I would say that hot water is currently being used. Electronic blinds of the glass door prevent identification of whatever is in the stall. I have no option other than exit. Temperature and humidity in this room are climbing rapidly. You can't always be running away like that. Well, basically, I guess I just gotta investigate the shower booth. Should we go after it? That would be a very dangerous move if it's a Snatcher. Opening the stall is a simple matter. What are you going to do, Gillian? Oh, there's the option. Open booth.
I'll open the blinds by altering the electrical polarity. Are you ready?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Now opening the blinds.
Whoa!
You perverts! Get out of here! I hope you learned your lesson, Gillian. You definitely had that coming to you.
Oh, yeah? Well, I didn't exactly see you close your eyes either.
That is because my optical sensors are not equipped with retractable shutters.
Oh, shut up. You know exactly what I mean.
Here comes Katrina.
Oh, yep, that's definitely a little nipplage.
I can't believe you did that, Gillian.
You see, I was just...
Face up to it like a man.
You shut up. I'm just glad that you're safe, Katrina.
I was so frightened. I just looked up your address and I let myself in. I'm sorry. Did I surprise you?
Surprise me? You bet you surprised me.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm
By the
sorry.
way, how did you get in?
Hey, I'm the daughter of a junker. I can pick locks in my sleep.
I see. And you avoided the censors as well. You may have a promising career ahead of you.
Oh. Just... And the hair's dry.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh. Just degenerate right into monkey mode. Starting to get all warm all over. Mad? Get bath towel. I'm going to need to check out your towel. Honestly, I'm surprised Metal Gear says some of the things that Metal Gear says. Maybe you should get some clothes on. Just like to stay like this. What's wrong with Alice? Alice is, Gillian. You're weird. Alright. Would you tell me what that was all about? When I was straightening up the living room, I found this inside the model of our house. There's a model of Gibson's house on the shelf, wasn't there? Oh! A hospital list. Illicit medical facilities. Name of the hospital, director's name, its address, and area of specialty. Snatcher's place, the one on Gibson found, must be on this list. So that's what the search the house note meant. Yeah. He's just a little too clever this time. This list has over 3,000 places listed on it. We should never hit them all. We need to have other information to narrow it down. What about the image from Little John's memory? That should be the key. If you type in the name of the hospital, I'll scan the list for you. Ask age. How old are you, Katrina? I turned 8. Of course she did. Of course she turned 18 this year. That is how video games work these days. I can't believe how quick kids grow up these days. I'm pretty old for a model. Oh, great. So what does that make Jamie? Alright, hospital list. Do you know anything about this list of hospitals? I've never seen it before, but if my dad kept it in the house model, it must have been really important. Okay. Investigate hospital list. Can I take a look at that list? Take a look. Where did she produce the hospital list? She was sitting in a hot shower. Alright, Gillian, let's see if we can find the Snatcher's hospital on this list. What about that hospital that was on Little John's memory? I'm going to give a name similar to the one on that sign. Give me a name along the lines of the one on the sign. The sign said Oline, didn't it? Input the name of the hospital that you want to search for. Well, let's try Oline first. Oh. Man, keyboards. Oline. Okay, now searching. Not surprisingly, the only one is that veterinary hospital. Little John's memory. What names does Oline bring to mind? I feel for somebody who sounds like clean. That sign is definitely for the hospital, right? The visual image of Oline is most certainly correct. And put the name of the hospital you want to search for. Well, we don't know. Please input something. Well, we already tried Oline. And we don't have the image of the... Check it again for me, will you? Want to check it again? I don't think it will be there. Not surprisingly, the only one is that veterinary hospital. So Oline is the starting point. Maybe we're reading it wrong? As long as there was no corruption of the image, we can be sure the strokes and the letters in Oline actually exist. It depends on how you interpret Oline. As long as there was no corruption. That doesn't make sense. Well, this could be corruption then. Okay, so I can't actually do anything else other than investigate list or look for a clue. Please input something. The strokes and the letters of Oline actually exist. What does that mean? Let's just try something else. I'm gonna type Jordan. I don't know why. A cover name for Chris O'Neill. No, it's not here. The name must be different. Think hard about the name in that picture. As long as there was no corruption of the image, we can ensure the strokes and the letters in Oline actually exist. Okay, so what about... I think Colleen. I think Oline. O'Neill. It's not on the list. Bring up Little John's memory. Think carefully. There we go. Thank you. That's helpful. So what does that mean? Depends how you interpret Oline. Got any ideas, clickbait bro? Depends how you interpret. It's not on the list. Maybe additional letters appear after the N. Oline something. Maybe Oleans or Olina. Alright. Orleans? New Oleans? Let's try to think of something other than Oline. Like, I'm literally stuck at this point if I don't have an answer. There's nothing else I can do here. And here I am looking at the screen real hard. There's no, like, faded out symbols or anything on this. The name of the hospital you want to search for. No idea. Nilo. Oleans. I think I did this one already, didn't I? Gillian, I just checked that name, just to be on the safe side. How about just clean for some reason? Well, the thing is, the letters are correct, right? Maybe if I spell clean correct. It's not on the list. That great meal sign in Alton Place was burnt out, making a different reading, wasn't it? Ah, now they're starting to give more hints, which says, eat me. Yeah. I love this one. Let's see. Okay, so it's referring to burnt out stuff. Hospital. Now I'm just being weird. Hospital colander. It's not on the list. Yeah, burned out great meal sign is kind of a hint. Part of the neon is burnt out. So maybe some of the letters or some of the words are burnt out on this thing? Part of the sign was burnt out, the letters would appear differently. The neon's burnt out. Now I've got it. You want to clue me in there, Gillian? If one of the neon tubes were burned out, the letters could change, wouldn't they? Olean could be misleading, then. If the neon were broken, it might look like different letters. Queen. Sure, maybe? That seems about right, doesn't it? Especially since it's been curved and burnt out. It seems like... very close, but something is missing. Let's try Queens. It could be that there's some that's missing. Hotel Queens? Wait, why did it highlight Queens in blue? You... clickbait. I think you got it. The music stopped even. Bruh. Dude! Who's the gamer now? Dude! Queen's Hospital. Pogs! Dude! Nice! God, gamer! Oh my god. That was... oh shit, the chess piece! Right! The Queen! Oh my god. Okay.
What's the address of that hospital?
CX District, PHC 77. The director is Chinese. Name, Chin Shu Oh.
Chin Shu Oh. He's probably a snatcher, too. So we finally found their nest.
Dude!
Gillian, please be careful.
Don't worry, Katrina. You're safe now. They won't be coming after you.
Just to be on the safe side, we will have Kobe police take you into protective custody.
Gillian, I'm sorry about the way I reacted in the shower. Maybe if your timing had been a little better, we might have...
Don't worry
Might
about
have
it,
what?
Katrina. I think I needed a cold shower anyway.
I'm just so confused. I don't want to lose anybody else.
All right, let's go, Metal. We have to pay a visit to Queen's Hospital.
Dude, I don't believe it. Queen's Hospital. Now heading for Queen's Hospital, the Snatcher headquarters. Progress? Let's not go to Queen's Hospital. Let's don't call. This. Look at that, the sign's still burnt out. This is Queen. Ah, there we go. Queen's Hospital. There we go, Queen's. So, there we go. So there's our problem. That's the one that was in Little John's memory, no mistake. Queen's. The building dates from the 20th century. There is no sign that they're in business, aside from the lights on. The sign looks like it says Olean, even from quite close. There's a rather wide road passing by the hospital. A number of cars are parked illegally on it. Although it is quite aged, it appears to be adequately maintained. The only entrance appears to be at the front of the building. Not surprisingly, part of the neon sign is, in fact, burned out. It's facing a street, but things do not seem to be particularly well developed. The door is locked, but even I can open a mechanism this simple. Don't set off any burglar alarms or anything. Queen's Hospital security program and disable the lock. Lock disabled. Here we go. Oh, jeez, I thought there were teeth. We're inside the hospital. Awfully dark. Probably Snatchers don't need an actual light to be able to see. They can see in the dark. Vampire. There is a reception booth in the center of the lobby and 3 doors along the wall behind it. With numbers. Hydrate. Thank you. I have my tea. Tasty, tasty tea. I also have a lemonade, but I'm not going to drink that just yet. There is dust everywhere. If you sneeze, there is nobody in the booth. The monitors are switched off. Door 1, that door is closed. Door number 2, that door is closed. Door number 3, that door is closed. It appears it has been left like this for some time. Well, if they're not in business at the moment, what's the neon sign on for? If it appears abandoned, homeless and other people may have moved into the building. Filth, there's no operational hospital in the world with floors this dirty. A solid layer of dust is collected. It hasn't been operated for several months. What's that? There's some kind of switches here. Oh! Switches. Look at this. It says door control. 1, 2, 3. These switches must be for those doors over there. Apparently they're operated from here. Investigate doors. That door is closed. Alright, use switches. Switch 1. Door 1 opened. Investigate door 1. That door is open. Let's move to door 1. We're in room number 1. Ooh. There is an operating table. It appears that this room was used for surgery or treatment of some kind. The lens is clouded over. There's been no maintenance of this equipment for some time. It would take some work before it could be used. Okay. It's a virtual reality monitor to support the surgeon as he conducts the operation. X-ray equipment is installed into the walls. Jeez. There is a layer of dust on the sheet, so no one's been touching this one. I'm not reading any traces of snow. No traces of Snow 9. They're covered with dust. There's no sign they've been used recently. So maybe this isn't the right place. It's an adjustable bed, but it's covered with dust. There's no sign it's been used recently. Now looking about the room. Everything seems to be in order. Oh, I don't like that little tiny glance to a side. Remember the last time we had a little tiny glance to a side? We saw a Snatcher when we did something. I don't know. Something about this bothers me. I don't believe anything is hiding in the room. Back out to the hallway. Alright. Use switch 1. Door closed. Use switch 2. Okay. Move. Let's see, door 1. That door is closed. I thought so. Door 2. Let's check behind door number 2. Wow, this is a Five Nights at Freddy's room. Look around room. A number of specialized devices and machines are located throughout the room. Genital manipulator. Wait, what? The first thing on the list is a genital manipulator. Various lasers, microsurgery influence. The place seems well equipped. Not every day that I see the word genital manipulator as a verb. Shelf. There are jars for preserving items in formaldehyde and a number of other containers and chemicals. There are various types of biotech equipment. They were apparently carrying out some rather involved project. All these are, well, used to be extremely high-quality monitors. There is nothing pleasant in any of the containers. There's nothing alive here. This place really gives me the creeps. I would suspect it would be difficult to artificially create the rundown condition of this. It would be difficult to... the transition room. Every hospital honestly should have one. Every hospital should have genital manipulators. It's got cobwebs on it. There's no sign this room's been used at all. There's no sign any of the containers or chemicals have been touched. They are all covered with an even layer of dust. There are a number of pieces of equipment, but none of them are set up for operation. This equipment would need extensive maintenance before it could be used. So we're offline here. For some reason, a large number of the containers are empty. Alright. Back out to the hallway. Use switches 2. Alright. Well, let's try our luck with door number 3. It's totally dark in here. Can't see a thing. I have a light installed just for situations. Please use it if necessary. Alright, turn your light on. Coming on. Oh, the light is now on. I turn control of it over to you, Gillian. Never get away with calling it that, though. They'd have to call it something clever like the Gender Bender. Maybe something more clever than that. I mean, genital manipulator or gender bender? I mean, that's what a genital manipulator would be, right? That's a gender bender. I'm gonna have to control a light switch, it looks like. You operate the light with the direction key. Press the A button together with the direction key to move the light. Otherwise, the direction key navigates through commands as usual. Make sure that objects you wish to examine are centered in the light's beam. Oh, whoa. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It's a very old photograph. Judging from the condition of the inks and paper, I would suspect it's at least 50 years old. What's a picture like this doing on the wall here? Metal. What is this a photo of? I'll scan. It looks like the Kremlin. I have a positivity. It's the Cathedral of St. Basil. It's a famous cathedral as a Moscow landmark before the catastrophe. It's another Russian. St. Basil's Cathedral. Have I heard of that? I can't seem to remember. I'm going to think of it. There was a map of Moscow on the wall in Freddie Nielsen's apartment, wasn't there? Moscow, eh? What connection do the Snatchers have with Moscow? I think I've seen that thing somewhere before. Damn, I just can't remember. I've stored this photo in my memory. It's a whiteboard of the type used for messages, lectures, or other functions. With a copy what? A whiteboard with a copy prevention device installed? That's interesting. Okay, so what is that? It's a completely ordinary vase. There are no flowers in it. Something here is weird. What is this? This desk seems to have treads on it. There are rails on the floor. They run under this desk. Perhaps the desk is designed to slide. Pushing it doesn't do any good. It won't budge. Okay. Alright, I'm hitting the wrong button. There's something on the desk. There's a box of matches on the desk. These matches are from Outer Heaven. Outer Heaven seems to be quite a popular spot with our Snatcher friends. I suspect they would go there to select their victims. I will store these matches as evidence. A computer. It's a monitor designed for use with a computer. It's a monitor. Looks like one for a computer. Am I really that? You have to be like there? It's a monitor. Nope, they just call it a monitor. It's a drawer. Let's investigate the drawer. Oh, jeez, the sound effects.
There seems to be a scrap of paper caught between these two drawers. The others are empty. It appears that someone tried to straighten up in a hurry.
Let me see that paper.
Here it is.
Oh.
What? What is this? It looks like Chinese or something. Metal translated.
Okay, let's see. Patient record, first examination. I'm not familiar with the next 5 characters. It's the first time I've ever seen any of them.
I thought you were supposed to be really good at Chinese.
My strongest areas are in chop suey, egg foo young, and wontons.
Ah!
Rare Chinese characters. Or maybe some kind of code? At any rate, this is definitely part of someone's chart. If we can figure out these characters, we may be able to uncover another Snatcher.
What do you suppose happened to the other records?
Looks like someone cleaned them out of here. Maybe they knew we were coming.
Somehow I get the feeling that the Snatchers know what we're up to. I'll store the fragment of the file.
Okay. We've already checked that drawer. Okay. A completely ordinary vase. Vase? Vase? I see nothing unusual. Okay. I see nothing unusual. So how am I supposed to... We've already checked out that drawer. A very old photograph. We've uncovered some clues. Alright, let's get out of this room. Back out of the hallway. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm looking at here, so let's see. Possessions. Investigate. Video memory. Temple. In Moscow before the cathedral. Nope. Picture of the hospital. Queens. Okay. What else could I possibly... Door control. There are 3 switches. Okay. What other evidence do I have? Patient record. Investigate. Evidence. Patient record. Patient. I wonder what this writing means. Matches. Probably something to give away to the regular customers. So maybe I have to go to Outer Heaven? Maybe they'd be able to understand this? What if we open all the doors? Don't you think it's a little odd? There's no sign of anybody in here. Why don't we head out and see what we can make of the evidence we've gathered so far? Oh, that's cool. Now they're giving hints. Alright, we're now at Queen's Hospital. Alright. Where to? Chinese, maybe Junker HQ would have something that for figuring out those characters. Maybe the computer would be able to sort this out. Dude, Queens. Didn't expect it to be Queens. Possess, show, evidence, patient record. This Chinese, never seen characters like this before. Ask that Chinese guy you know. Oh! That makes sense. Call Napoleon. Anybody remember what Napoleon's number? 395644. Ha! 395644. I can remember 6 random numbers. Don't worry about me. Uh-oh.
The number you have reached is not in service at this time. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording. JT&T Neo Kobe.
I'm sure I got the phone number right. Perhaps the Snatchers have killed Napoleon too. That definitely is the symbol of Outer Heaven, so let's go back to Outer Heaven. A wolfman, now I understand. Gillian, I know where Napoleon is. Let's don't call. Let's move on to Outer Heaven. Please be careful, Gillian. Outer Heaven. How's everyone doing today? I see we got... Hello, Foxwine! And hello, Neko! I see I've got a few people in here with me. What would you like to do? Let's exit. You really remind me of somebody I know. I bet that's you, right, Napoleon? You made a clip? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anybody named Napoleon. I know it's you, Napoleon. Now get out the stupid act. I'm afraid you got the wrong man, sir. Alright. Look at the Barker. Is that doorman with the wolf makeup again? It's not masquerade time right now. Oh, okay. Hey, who are you who I think you are? What are you doing? Lay off! A few drunks can be seen in the area just sitting by the roadside. All the drinking parties in the world won't get rid of them. They're for real. Gillian, humans are a rather weak species, aren't they? That's right, and it's just the weaknesses that those Snatchers are trying to exploit. Come on, Napoleon, what's the problem? Stop this nonsense. Hey, I'm just the doorman. Interrogate. What a bother. Do you have any proof that this Napoleon and I are the same person? Everything will be fine. I guarantee your safety. Don't worry. Now take the mask off. You're gonna have to show me some proof, sir. Proof? You want proof? Give proof. I'm sorry, Foxwine. I happened to look at the viewer list and I was like, I saw your name on the list there. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. You and he are the same height. That's no proof. Yeah, you have the same voice. That's it. Is that the best reason you've got? That's it, Metal. Analyze his voice print against that of Napoleon. I'm sorry, Gillian. I haven't stored any of Napoleon's voice data. I won't let that happen again. Well, that's really too bad. Accent. I know, the two of you talk the same way. It's okay. I know. That the open tab system is the problem I have too. I've discovered bookmarks exist. I've realized that bookmarks are probably a better thing for me than leaving 50 tabs open at any given time, right? Yeah, that wormy, untrustworthy attitude of you is just like him. That's no proof. Smell. You smell just like him. Gillian, what did Napoleon smell like? You shut up. Excuse me. Aha. The sneeze. Now I got it. It's that sneeze. You sneeze just like him. He has hay fever. You win. I've had enough fun for now. I just wanted to play with you for a bit. Nice work, Gillian. You're a first-rate junker. Go on in.
Have a seat, Gillian. We're safer in a crowded place like this.
Jeez, you really had me.
Look at
fooled.
Metal's head
2
sticking
rolls
up.
in 1.
Gesundheit.
Well, you gotta understand. Being an informer isn't exactly the safest job on the planet, That's why it's important to be a master of disguise. Me.
Like
Yeah,
me.
but I feel pretty stupid. I mean, all that time I was asking you about where Jean went, I didn't realize I was asking someone who actually worked there.
Hey, I was just as surprised as you were. But I didn't know that Gibson had been here. You see, I wasn't working that day.
Anyhow, it's not masquerade night today. Why don't you take that mask off, Napoleon? It's a little unnerving sitting here talking to a wolf.
Oh, come on, you're not a furry.
I suppose there's no harm there. Boy, you really work up a sweat in these full-face masks.
Oh, boy. Maybe you should have left that on.
What?
Oh.
Still, you did a nice job of figuring out who I was.
Come on, Napoleon. That stupid phone recording with the Wolfman? JT&T would never do anything that tasteless. Besides, what really tipped me off was that constant sneezing of yours.
Sneezes, eh? Well, listen, you want me to tell you why I'm called Napoleon?
Because winter gets the best of you. Napoleon Bonaparte
Oh.
sent his enormous army into Russia in 1812, but suffered a major defeat because of the snow.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, the sneezing isn't a cold. It's my allergy to snow 9 pollen.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, what did you want to know?
I've got a couple of questions to ask you.
Fire away.
All right. Looking at you like this, you look pretty normal, don't you? Normal? Is this what that's supposed to mean, huh? Mind your own business. It's not masquerade time at the moment, so don't be staring at the customers, okay? Makes them nervous, Don't worry, we'll be safe at this table. It's the most isolated in the place. Hey, aren't you ever gonna trust me? I'm the real thing, alright? Don't worry, there are no suspicious-looking types here at the moment. I've scanned for listening devices and there are none. Feel free to discuss anything you want. Come on, you gotta learn to trust people. You doing okay, Fox One? I guess you're probably getting ready for a stream for yourself, right? Or are you? I can't remember. It's Sunday. You're Chinese, right? That's right. Purebred, I might add. I came to Neo Kobe just after I turned 20. My only memories of the place are from after they lost the war. It wasn't a pretty picture. Okay, yeah, I was thinking, I think you were streaming later, typically. I'll tell you, the catastrophe really changed my life. Everything about it. That was a crazy time. Okay, that's it. All right, let's show the Chinese thing, the patient record. Will you take a good look at this? What's it mean? You're Chinese, right? I'm not surprised you had trouble with this. What does that mean? These are Chinese characters for chemical elements, hardly in standard use. If I wasn't a science major, I probably wouldn't know them myself. It's a simple code using the characters. Well, there we go. So, some information about that. These are Chinese characters. Okay. So, ask about the meaning of code. This is with Chinese chemical element characters. What do you mean? The character on the far left is beryllium. The next one and the very last one are nitrogen. I did notice that there was 2 of them of the same. Oh, you started in 10. Okay. The third one stands for sulfur. The fourth one is oxygen. B. N. Oh, who knows your chemicals? Yeah, I can understand, like, the cleaning tabs thing to make sure your computer's not doing things. Beryllium, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen. Who knows their chemical symbols? So that's B, E, N. Okay, that's not great, but I'm just gonna type this out. beryllium, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen spells the following. Benson. That's not great. Is this patient record for a Benson? There are 2 Bensons that I am aware of. That's not good. Back to typing in the game. Beryllium, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen. Gillian got it. Let's go over the names of these elements. Infer. Whose name is on this file? Please input your guess. That's not...
So that's it. Benson. Beryllium is Be, nitrogen is N, sulfur is S, and oxygen is O. And another N makes Benson. The name Benson was encoded on this file.
Benson. I sure hope it is not referring to the chief, Benson Cunningham.
Or to our friendly engineer, Mr. Harry Benson.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, that couldn't be. No way.
But the possibility, though remote, does exist.
Metal, I want you to cut off all your data transmissions to headquarters now.
Understood. Now disabling automatic transmission routines.
Turning off Wi-Fi.
Done. No further data transmissions to headquarters will be executed.
My God, a Snatcher in Junker headquarters? We've got to get there quick. Let's go, Metal.
See you later, Junker. Today's little information tidbit is on me. Now take care, Gillian. Don't get yourself taken out by some Snatcher. I think I'll lay low for a while. You know, after all, you are my main source of income.
Aw.
You be careful too, Napoleon. You get killed and you won't be able to sneeze anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
See you, Napoleon. Metal, let's go.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. What does that mean? Back to Junker HQ. So I find that one scrap of paper in Hospital Queens. Chief and Harry are out. They're out! I've broken the code that's on the patient record. It is the patient's name. I've covered a possible Snatcher. It's not someone I know. I don't know their full name, but the name Benson was written on the file. Benson Cunningham, the chief, or our friendly engineer Harry Benson. And they're both not around. Let's ask about Harry's whereabouts. He seemed to be going out to the chief when he left. Said he had to check on something. Great. He's been a little restless lately. Seems to be investigating something. Okay. The chief is out. Don't know when he'll be back. The chief has been really busy lately. He'll be attending the Kyoto Summit next month, and he's had a lot of meetings and stuff related to that. What do you think? You, Harry, the chief, I really love and trust all of you. That's all you have to say, Mika. Ask about the Kyoto Summit. What's that? It's the annual summit of the leaders of the world's advanced countries. It'll be taking place in Old Kyoto this year. One of the topics this year is the Snatcher menace. Other countries are starting to worry that Snatchers are not just a Neo-Kobe problem anymore. Okay. Investigate, Mika. Check me out all you want. Whatever you'd like, even a nude body search if it'll reassure you. Forgive me, please. Alright, let's go to... You know what? First, I'm going to save my game. That's not who I wanted to do. I didn't want to use the video phone. Let's don't call. Let's go back to use Metal Gear. Save. There we go. There we go. Now we're turning to the investigation. Alright, let's move to the engineer's room. Let's do some investigation. Harry is not in. So either the chief or Harry is a snatcher. Let's look for evidence. We have to proceed with the investigation with the utmost care at this point. Let's start the search. Poster of the famous pop star from the previous century. Photo. It's a picture from Harry's childhood. There is something on the desk. There's a box of matches and a memo. Outer Heaven's logo appears on the box. Outer Heaven matches. Harry had Outer Heaven matches. Okay. It says face to face. I like the Daft Punk song? Face to face. It's in very bad shape, but the corners have been reinforced. Harry's really taking good care of it. If we could see the entire photo, we could determine who Harry's parents were. Harry's parents. Matches. It's definitely a box of the matches the Outer Heaven gives away to its regular customers. Harry is the only one in headquarters who smokes. So, I mean, I can't believe that Harry might be a snatcher. I don't think he would smoke. Or at least a snatcher wouldn't smoke because, I mean, they're talking about melanoma-type cancers on its skin. The last thing it would need is lung cancers. He had matches from Outer Heaven. I can't believe that Harry would be a snatcher. Let's hang on to it. Of course, Metal Gear doesn't like the idea because Metal Gear was made by Harry, who seems to be very good with electronics. That will not be necessary. They are identical to the ones we already have. I'm constantly recording everything that happens. It will be a burden on the investigation. It's in Harry's handwriting. I wonder if it's some kind of message. Face to face. It's got to be the key. We have search in areas that this brings to mind. You search for face to face or watch out for face to face or something like that. Hang on to this memo for me, Metal. There's those memos. Evidence. The poster and the photo make me feel like there's something here. Just piece, rather matches, memo. Yeah, face to face. With a little, like, blotch at the bottom. Not sure what that means. I don't think there's anything else I can find here. Okay. Let's go to the chief's office. He's not in at the moment. So both of them are out. Alright, let's try this last room. It appears the chief is out at the moment. The monitor is switched off. That's unusual. It's the first time I've ever seen it shut off. Do you recognize anything odd about this picture? Doesn't it look like a... Oh! Yes, what does this look like to you? It looks like the optical illusion of the double-faced vase, right? Face to face. Bears for the chief to be out. Isn't he busy with preparations for the summit? Mika said something is funny here. Is my heater on? My heater isn't on. No wonder my feet are cold. Most of the monitors are quite cold, so he hasn't been here for a while. Picture. I thought it was just a picture of a vase. If you reverse the background in the drawing, it's two faces, face to face. This must be the face-to-face that Harry was referring to in his memo. That picture is clearly designed to take advantage of the human sense of sight. What's that supposed to mean? They can see it easily if you're not human? Let's search more carefully. Investigate picture. Check out the face-to-face part of it, will you? There's a switch between the two faces. The picture flipped over to reveal a photograph. And why does it look like I get... Why do I get this feeling? Because it's red right now. It's going to be Moscow related. I've seen this somewhere before, but I just can't recall. That definitely looks like... Based on the condition of the inks, I would judge this photograph to be at least 50 years old. Metal, where was this picture taken? A Search for Alpha on the photo's location. I found it. This is a photograph of Red Square in Moscow, taken sometime before the catastrophe. Another Red Square. What's a picture like that doing in the chief's office? Store that in your video memory for you, will you? I have now stored the photo's image in my memory. The chief had this picture? Or someone planted it there to set up the chief? And there were those matches that Harry had too. Which one is the Snatcher? It would depend on what evidence we can turn up. Both of them seem suspicious. Maybe it's somebody else entirely. That's true, the patient chart with the Benson on it's quite suspect as well. Maybe somebody wanted us to find it. Seems pretty odd that the Snatcher would have left part of a patient's record behind in the first place. Maybe it's a trap. That can't be ruled out based on the evidence we've seen so far. Don't you think this is a little strange? What's that? If I was a Snatcher, I don't think I'd hide a picture in a place as out in the open as this. Well, that's true. So there must be some reason why the picture was here, even if it meant some risk. What would a picture like this be doing here? It's like all of these Moscow references are all strange. Well, let me put this photo of Red Square back where we found it. Yeah, we can't let anyone know we've learned the secret of the picture. Where would you like to go? Do you think anything in the computer room? I don't know if we're going to be able to find anything. Use Jordan. Please insert your card. Load ID file. Let's type in Benson Cunningham and then we'll do Benson Cunningham and then Harry, right? Benson Cunningham, 46. As a blood type B+, lead special, Foxhound, before being named Junker Chief, also served a tactical instructor in Foxhounds in the 20s. Proceeded in Judo. Alright, let's try Harry Benson. I don't think I'm going to be getting any... Not like these machines will basically say, hey, look, this one's a Snatcher. Harry Benson. 55, blood type O-, I'm single. Originally member of government science team to combat Snatchers before its combination with police team to form Junker Agency. Parents died in the catastrophe. Harry taken into government custody. Earns PhD from Michigan State University at age 14. Gains widespread attention for his development of weapons during World War III. Joins NASA following war and contributes to the ramjet engine development team. 3 Nobel Prizes, 1 field prize. Jeez. Harry seems to be pretty impressive. On this weird query, I'm just going to put in Johnson. I don't know. Just give me a lark. I don't know. Do you think there's going to be any name with a Johnson in here? No matching names. Alright. Now, the fact file. Maybe something about Junkers, Snatchers, transportation, culture, science, politics. About... Well, there's the Kyoto Summit. Scheduled for December of 2014, despite the fact that no accounts of a Snatcher outside of Neokoba exist, world leaders fearing contamination are pursuing a policy of sealing the city off from the rest of the world by severing all land, sea, and air transport links. The main function of the Kyoto Summit is to formally agree to the above policy and enlist the cooperation of the Japanese government in carrying it out. Hello, soft boy! How you doing? History, that's not what I wanted. Oh, the catastrophe, yeah. Mysterious explosion destroyed the Chenoton research facility near Moscow. There's some... Lucifer Alpha. How you doing, Soft? This is Snatcher. This is a Sega CD game that came out, I don't even know, maybe, I think 1994. Made by... Hideo Kojima, most famous known for Metal Gear Solid. And this was a game that basically kind of combined Terminator with the invasion of the Body Snatchers and Blade Runner. So this is a detective investigation game, like a visual novel. If you've played 2048 Read-Only Memories, that game was kind of, I wouldn't say spiritual sequel, but it was done in the same vein as Snatcher. Let's see. So I can't find any details here, so I've got to move. Where would they possibly be? I guess I gotta go to the front. Situation. You be careful too, Mika. We're all friends. I know you don't want to believe, but we're dealing with Snatchers. That's the way they operate. Alright, where shall we go? We can't go to any other place here. Got a lot going on, Soft? Just too busy? I mean, I understand it. Thank you for the reminder. My tea is empty. I shall grab my lemonade. And a posture check. Thank you. Let's see. There we go. I have a video phone call from Jamie. All right. Boing.
Gillian, it's me, Jamie. Listen carefully. You know that Queen's Hospital? I found out that they undertook a major expansion project in 2035 to put in a basement. That's right, they have a basement.
Oh.
Basement construction is really unusual here in the Okobe. That's why there are still records of it. But there's more. The director of that hospital, Chin Shu Ho, has had his license suspended in the past for performing eugenics experiments at an illicit underground facility.
Are you telling me Queens has underground treatment facilities?
That has to be it, Gillian. Chin Shu Ho is performing skin operations on Snatchers underground.
And that means that Chin himself is also probably a Snatcher. Or rather, the real Chin, the original Chin, was snatched.
So, that entire ground-level complex is just a front for the underground facilities.
And if we hit that hospital, we can ruin the Snatcher's plans. Well, this is it, Metal. We're heading right into the enemy's headquarters this time.
Gillian?
Yeah?
This sounds really dangerous. I just wanted you to know, I want you to come home safe.
Jamie...
The reason I left you is because I thought you were pushing yourself too hard, being self-destructive. And it seemed like the wedding ring you were wearing when they found us had become a tremendous burden on you. I didn't want that to be the only reason we stayed together.
Oh, Jamie, I never felt that way at all.
I'll be waiting for you. We may not have our memories, but you are the only one I've ever shared any time with. Be careful, Gillian.
Jamie.
Are you all right, Gillian?
Yeah. All right, Metal, let's go. We have to pay a visit to Queen's Hospital. Her Majesty is waiting.
I wish I could get the sync up working right. Yeah, sound is... I don't know what it is, but the audio seems to be weird only in the cutscenes. And clickbait bows calling this, you might call imposters who are among the rest of the population. You sound pretty sus. All right, Queen's Hospital. Ooh, where are we going?
Just where do you think you're going?
This is most unusual. The turbo cycle seems to be out of control.
Switch over to manual. I'll take over.
Understood. I've switched to manual control. Well, how is it?
What the? We've got no brakes.
Oh, God.
Metal, check the brake system out. Pronto.
Sorry, Gillian. Looks like sabotage. No doubt the Snatcher's handiwork.
Sabotage? But the only one who could work on the turbo cycle...
Worry about that later.
Harry.
Gillian, we've got to do something quickly.
Give up. Nice. It broke off. Oh. You giving up? At this speed, you'll be torn to pieces. Gillian has given up. Now we're truly doomed. Oh, shut up, will you? I'll think of something. Probably. We'd never survive. It'd be like jumping off the Brooklyn Bridge. That's a rather dated image, isn't it? We've had it. There's nothing we can do. Don't give up so easily. There might be some way out of this. What in the world are you doing? Hit Cliff. Driving the Sampa. Press button. Alright, let's try the long shot. Let's press this button.
And a good morning to you, my friend. Bud Miller with you here on the big 90.7. Looks like we're going to have a bright...
Wrong button. You've turned the radio on, Gillian. What are you doing? That won't work anymore. We'll try sideswiping the cliff. Even that won't stop it. Try plowing this thing into the sand pile. Won't anything work? We're finished. It's been nice knowing you, Gillian. There must be something. It's hopeless. We're moving at over 200 kilometers an hour. There's no way we can survive. Speed keeps increasing. Try another button. That was a switch for the afterburner. Whoops. We've boosted our thrust by 23%. Do something, Gillian. Pray to God. Well, Metal, I haven't known you very long, but it's been fun. Gillian, let's pray together. Actually, I'm not that religious. I didn't think so. We're going to die. We're going to die. That's it, Gillian. Prayer. Look, a new command has appeared on the menu. Hit control panel. Is that what you...
What else can we do? Metal, start punching buttons.
Any buttons at all?
Yes, push anything.
Gillian, this doesn't seem to be doing any good.
Damn, I was sure that would work.
Gillian, the road makes a sharp right turn just 1,500 meters ahead. At this speed, we'll never make it. Gillian! Gillian!
Hey, Gillian!
Huh?
Over here!
What's that?
Gillian!
Oh.
Over here!
Random.
Gillian, you gotta jump over to my bike! Hurry!
800 meters until we reach the curve.
Metal, you go first.
What? Not again.
Move your butt. That curve's just ahead.
Understood. 1, 2, 3!
Yeah.
All right, Gillian, now it's your turn. Keep her steady.
300 meters until you reach the curve.
Gillian, jump!
I can't. My timing's off.
150 meters.
Gillian, now!
70 meters.
Now, Gillian, now!
Oh, we're too late!
Oh, jeez.
Gillian! I guess he didn't make it.
Don't bury me so fast. I'm right here.
Don't you even know how to ride a motorcycle?
Gillian, it's not much farther to Queen's Hospital, and you could probably use the exercise anyway. Why don't we just continue the rest of the way like this?
Yeah, that sounds...
Arrived at Queen's Hospital.
So, this is the place, huh? Random, are you sure you know what you're doing? This isn't going to be a field trip, you know. We may not come back.
And the bounty for this one will more than make up for it.
If you're around to spend it, that is.
Yeah.
Gillian, let's get going.
Okay, I'm just trying to change some audio settings. Give me 1 second here. I don't know... Oh, sound overdrive doesn't sound great. I'll turn on VSync. I don't think that's going to help, but we'll give it a try. Building is not typical. It was probably originally designed as an office building for some other purpose. It's been a round pillar-shaped building of the kind that were popular at the end of the last century. An old building like this wouldn't attract anyone's attention. They really thought it through, didn't they? Underground operations? Sometimes people with preconceived notions are capable of distorting reality, aren't they? A surprising number of people are in the area. Car and pedestrian traffic is quite heavy. It's their camouflage. It's an old-style electric lock door. I've got the data from earlier visit recording. You can open it at any time. This area is directly above a section of the abandoned tube liner subway system. It seems to have gone downhill since the train stopped running. The subway, eh? That's rather suspicious. It might be Jamie may be right. Okay, let's go inside. Now entering their security system. Lock disabled. Alright, random. Let's go. Alright, I've got random Hajile on my side. We're inside the hospital. It's really quiet in here. There has to be an entrance to the lower level in here somewhere. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm still not sure about level room 3 here. Gillian, let's try switching on my light. Pitch black in here, ain't it? Use Metal Gear Light. Blaze now on. Turn control of it to you, Gillian. You operate the light with the direction key. Ba 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 ba. You have the honors, Gillian. Alright, so this vase, again, looks like the face-to-face. So I'm curious. Face-to-face, doesn't this look like the picture that's on the wall in the chief's office? That's a famous optical illusion, isn't it? I get it, their eyes don't register optical illusions. You better check it out. It's not something a human would notice easily. It could be a sign of some kind. I bet this vase is some kind of switch. Alright, I'll try lifting it up. Oh! Yep, there we are. The desk slid to one side, revealing a stairway leading down.
This apparently leads down to a lower level.
It looks like Jamie was right. Queen's Hospital does have a basement.
And that basement is the Snatcher's main lair. Out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they say. Well, what do we do now, Gillian?
Let's peep. Appears to go straight down. Unlike the hallway, these stairs do not have any dust on them. In other words, our friends use this, right? I don't read anything at the moment. Descend the stairs.
It's a very narrow stairway. We'll have to go down single file.
Okay, who's going to take the point?
That's obvious. The guy with the light.
Hey, that's not fair!
Well, what do we have here?
It's the hospital corridor.
It's the same hallway, but not the one that's on the first floor.
So what does that mean?
An entire floor of Queen's Hospital has been duplicated underground.
So the same floor is both upstairs and downstairs. Sort of like parallel worlds.
So that desolate setup upstairs is all just a smokescreen. They're making it look like the place is closed down, but in reality, they're keeping themselves quite busy.
Gillian, that means we're already right in the middle of their headquarters. Please use extreme caution.
Alright. Oh. There's a reception booth in the middle of the floors upstairs, and there are 3 doors off the hallway. Everything is exactly the same. It's like we jumped through time or something. It's been polished quite meticulously. Nothing like upstairs at all. I see. It was a linoleum floor, huh? The monitors and control consoles all appear good. In other words, this stuff gets looked at regularly. You better be real careful. Even the building is an imposter. The monitors are switched off, but the AC power lamps are still fully lit. That door is closed. The construction design of the hallways is identical, absolutely identical to the floor above. Thank you, Foxwine. Thanks for checking me out. And good luck with your stream tonight. Wax really nicely. I can't imagine a bunch of snatchers crawling around waxing floors. They seem to like things tidy, don't they? It's obviously used differently from the floor above. There are switches here to open the doors. It has been used quite recently. The monitors are still warm. Ooh. Unlike the first floor, there are only 2 door switches. Oh. These doors are closed. Gillian, please be more quiet. They'll hear us. There's only 2 switches. Switch 1. Door 1 opened. Switch 2. Huh. Alright, let's move to door 1. Now that looks a lot more active. Especially with sounds. The lights are on, unlike upstairs. There is an operating table in the middle of the room. This appears to be the real treatment area. With these lights, it actually looks like a real hospital. Various X-ray devices have been installed in the ceiling. A number of brand new medical monitors are installed. It appears to be a standard operating table. Cables run from it from a number of machines around the room. There is nothing of note beside the medical equipment. It's a pretty big place, can't really see everything at once. Let's take a look from one side to the other. Alright, let's look over the entire room. Ah! Don't scare me like that, it's just a specimen. Okay. Besides the standard X and gamma rays, they can also project neutron and proton particle beams with this equipment. I suspect this is used in cancer treatment. These are monitors for ultrasound, MRI scanners, and other imaging equipment. They are already connected to the nearby machines. The surface of the bed is still quite warm. It's as if someone was lying there just moments ago. Ooh. Motion detector. I'm not picking up any movement, at least not anymore. There was some movement, but I've lost it now. This is rather grotesque. It's somewhat distorted. For a medical model, it's quite inaccurate. The smell from those drugs could knock a guy down. I wonder if this is where they carry out their treatment. It sure looks that way. Ah! The skeleton is gone. It's definitely there a moment ago. Shit. Oh! Oh, Jesus.
Did I get it?
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated. There's no doubt now that this is their maintenance facility. This one was probably still waiting to get its artificial skin installed.
So this is what they really look like, huh?
Yeah, that's the scariest thing about them. You can't tell them from real people once they've got that skin on.
Perhaps that's humanity's great weakness. We're always judging books by their cover.
And it's just that human weakness that they're out to take advantage of.
Huh.
All right, Random. Metal, let's go. The HQ's junk squad can take care of him later. We've got an investigation to do.
This is a weird shot. Nah! Yeah, definitely dead this time, maybe? This time it's leaking. Are you hit, Gillian? Yeah, just once, don't worry. It's quite a tough customer. You get a few hundred of these together and that would be it. Okay, so now we got a skeleton. Oh my god, we're just gonna stare at this, huh? The remains of the Snatcher are on the floor. Its functions have been completely terminated. It won't be moving again. The stench from that Snatcher is waste. Oof. The stench from that Snatcher we wasted is still around. So it looks like this is where they're doing their treatment. And the proof is over there on the floor. Let's go out to the hall. Just like the last one, you never know when they might pop out. Keep your blaster ready, Gillian. Alright, let's move to 2. Oh, whoa, this is a lot more motion. Room number 2. Some kind of testing. The sound in my head. This sounds weird with the headphones on. Some kind of testing equipment is running. That's a real nasty sound. Gets on my nerves. Also, the eyes just spinning in the space is really weird. This room seems to be the real biotech research lab. Looks like Frankenstein could show up at any moment. It is well equipped with micro-manipulators, various types of lasers, and genital manipulators. It has a microsurgery system. No cobwebs in this room. There are a number of jars for formaldehyde and other chemicals. There are a number of machines for biotech experiments. It seems they are quite serious about their work. They are all the finest qualities, monitors, microscopes, and the like. Samples, mutated cells, and organs with tumors. I don't want to look at this stuff. The room is illuminated with red light. It makes for a very disquieting atmosphere. What are they doing here with all these samples? It looks like a lot more than a place to treat skin cancer. Well, treat, right? Treat versus solve. Argon lasers, argon dye lasers. It's a device for selectively destroying certain types of cancer cells. They also have the latest gene cannon. Everything is quite neatly organized. There are samples here of monoclonal antibodies. What the world is that? Antibodies which are said to have beneficial effects on cancerous melanomas. There's no mistake, this is definitely their maintenance hospital. DNA synthesizers, DNA sequencers, a nucleic acid extractor, chromatography equipment, automatic pipetting devices. That's a particle accelerator used to generate a stream of heavy particles for a number of different treatment techniques. The machine is in standby mode. Looks like the Snatchers were working on artificial skin regeneration techniques as well as various cancer treatments. This is quite an impressive array of equipment. Some university hospitals are not stocked this well. Nuclear magnetic resonance microscopes, scanning tunnel microscopes, high voltage electron microscopes, electron beam holography cameras, streak cameras. Killian, the Snatchers obviously possess much greater intelligence than we have previously given them credit for. Nevertheless, their technology seems somewhat dated. Dated? What do you mean by that? The equipment and techniques they are using, most of these methods were abandoned years ago. This is well beyond the current level of technology in most developed countries. It's a rough approximation, but I would say that they're about 20 to 30 years behind the times. What's more, judging from the imbalance of the research material here, it appears to be primarily the work of one individual. You're telling me that all this work on the Snatcher's artificial skin is being carried out by one person and not some government institution, completely localized inside your kitchen? The design of this lab itself is in violation of a number of the biohazard prevention safety codes. With the few safety cabinets have been installed, there is no autoclave or gas sterilizer anywhere. This is quite far from P4 level. I seriously doubt that this lab was set by a government or any other large organization. There are a number of cell cultures and other specimens. It's all rather grotesque. That skeleton back there is probably waiting to get his skin here, eh? You think this place is only used for skin treatment? What a smell. It smells like rotting fish or something. That's the smell of decomposing proteins. So that's the smell of cancerous skin cells like Gibson wrote about, eh? Let's get out of here. I feel sick. So now we're just down to room number 3. What was in room number 3? Oh, it was the path to the... But how do we... Push switch 1. Door 1 closed. Push switch 2. Door 2 closed. If there's one in the operating room, there are bound to be others. Never know they could be hiding anywhere around here. For supposed how that there aren't really many of them. Never know where they could be hiding. Let's keep the conversation to an absolute minimum. There are only 2 buttons here. There's only 2 buttons. Maybe it can be opened using those 2 buttons. 1 and 2 at the same time?
Alright, let's try pushing both buttons simultaneously.
The 2 buttons are on opposite panels, so there's no way one person can push them both alone. But if 2 of us work together, it might do it.
That's it, Gillian. It makes perfect sense. It's the same system they used to use in nuclear missile silos in the late 20th century. Eliminates the risk of one man going nuts and acting alone.
Well, it's hard to be sure, but let's give it a try anyway. I've got button 1. Random, you
and
push
again,
number
another
2.
nuclear type thing from
3.
Moscow.
1, 2, 3.
Come on!
Hey, there we go.
You did it! Door number 3 opened.
With safety measures like that, they must have had a good reason for wanting to keep it closed.
Alright. I'm saving my game. Seeing I keep getting shot. Now returning to the investigation. Alright. Let's try door number 3. Oh!
Good God!
I read 4 human skeletons in this room.
It's their morgue.
Perhaps victims of the Snatchers?
Well, it doesn't look like whoever put them here was too worried about making sure they would rest in peace.
No, it
They
doesn't.
don't really care.
These have got to be their victims.
This is probably where they hide the bodies of the originals they snatch from places like Outer Heaven.
They probably picked Outer Heaven because it gets a lot of VIP traffic. Plus, during masquerade time, they could work the place and still keep their identities secret.
Yeah, and the guy who set up the link between them and Outer Heaven was Freddy, that taxi driver. They must have gone after him not because of who he was, but what he did. After all, with a taxi, there's plenty of chances to milk your customers for information.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably how they learned about Outer Heaven and Plato's Cavern.
I've been wondering what they had done with the bodies.
Want to hide a book? What better place than the library? Need to hide a body? How about the morgue?
And for them, keeping the bodies hidden is crucial. I mean, if somebody who's supposed to be dead is out walking the streets, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out that something screwy is going on.
That means that if we can figure out who these bodies were, then we've just nailed 4 snatchers.
Good point. All right. It appears to have been a proper morgue at one point, but now is being used little more than a closet. There's a ventilation duct on one side of the room. Hey, Gregory. Gotta vent, Gregory. Ugh, one of the bodies is still decomposing. The other 3 are little more than skeletons. There is a cover on the duct, but it has been weakened by oxidization. Alright, there is a few droppings on the floor from mice who were no doubt feeding on the bodies. A number of different insect larvae have infested the body. It hasn't been well preserved, to say the least. But it's definitely a human body. Estimated time of death. The insects infesting a decomposing body can be divided into 8 large groups. Each of those groups works on the body for roughly 15 days, making an 8 by 15 day or 4-month cycle. As such, an analysis of the variety, number, and size of the organisms on the body allows a rather accurate estimation of which group is currently present. In other words, you can figure out how long the victim has been dead without analyzing the body itself, right? On this particular body, flies have laid eggs, and the maggots have grown into adult flies, so it has been less than 30 days since death. As for the other 3 bodies, 1 full cycle has been completed, so at least 4 months have passed. The smell. That's what rotting protein smells like. The decomposition process releases numerous gases. Cause of death. Can you determine the cause of death? The bodies are severely damaged. Such a determination would require more extensive facilities than what are available here. Identity. Hair, clothing, even teeth, anything it could be used to make an identification is gone. Damn snatchers, they were careful to make sure that our identities didn't get out. If we even had some teeth, we'd be able to make an ID. What about these teeth here? They've been deliberately misaligned to prevent identification. I guess we'll never be able to ID them. There is a way. How? We can perform a simulated reconstruction. Fortunately, the skulls of the victims are still intact. Reconstruction, eh? Good idea. Great idea. Reconstruct corpse. Let's do this reconstruction thing on bodies.
Now performing simulated reconstruction of the head and facial features of each of the 4 victims. Commencing with victim number 1. Now performing craniometric analysis. X-ray and sagittal X-ray, magnetic resonance imaging, and positron CT data gathered.
We're gonna get something here.
Cranial data now being compiled. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction. First, victim's age. Estimate based on 1. Presence or absence of cranial fontanelles and chroma of epicranial sutures. 2. Area of facial region and cranium. 3. Height of upper and lower jaw and development of alveolar part. And 4. Location of cranial center of gravity. Next, victim's sex. Estimate based on 1. Overall size of cranium. 2. Parietal bone angle. And 3. Development of splachnocranium. Lastly, victim's race. Estimate based on 1. Overall cranial configuration. 2. Volume of intercranial cavity. And 3. Mass of the skull. Now commencing soft feature reconstruction based on average results of an analysis. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed.
Oh no.
Margin of error on estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use of average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of first victim completed.
It's Freddie Nielsen.
Moving on to second victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 2. Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features.
Lisa.
Reconstruction of head of second victim completed.
That's Lisa Nielsen.
Moving on to third victim. Now commencing
Leslie
reconstruction
Nielsen.
of features of victim number 3. Now starting craniometric analysis.
Oh, this looks bad. This
Complete
head.
cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction.
This one looks like a bad.
Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing.
Huh.
Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of third victim completed.
Oh.
Who in the world is that?
Shinsenko?
That's the director of Queen's Hospital. Shin Fui, what's his face?
Shin-Shu-Oh, Gillian. Moving on to last victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 4.
My heart. My
This
heart.
one's the most recent. It's still decomposing.
Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction.
We're finding something.
Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of final victim completed.
It's the chief!
It's the
What?
chief.
The chief is a snatcher!
Oh.
The Benson on the scrap of that patient record was Benson Cunningham.
Judging from the condition of the body, I would estimate that the snatching took place approximately 1 month ago.
So it was the chief who sabotaged our turbo cycle. And those matches we found in Harry's room, the chief must have put them there to try to set him up.
No doubt Harry figured it out and decided to leave that face-to-face message. Wait a minute. Didn't Mika say that Harry had left to go find the chief?
That's right. He was probably trying to track down some evidence on the chief.
Gillian, I'd say that this Harry has put himself in a pretty dangerous spot.
If it was the chief that sabotaged the turbo cycle, doesn't that mean that he already knows we're onto him?
Shit.
Damn! Harry and Mika are in danger.
That's far enough, Junker. Your little investigation is over.
It's them!
Oh.
Who? Snatchers? Get them!
Oh, shoot.
My arm! I can't reach my blaster! I'm hit in the leg!
Is that the best you can do, Junker?
Who's there? Jin Shu-Oh, you scum!
It seems you still have some fight left in you. You two are finished, but our plans move forward. We are now entering Phase 2. And when we do, not only this city, but the entire world will be ours to command.
Phase 2? What are you talking about?
As you know, our operations have been hindered up to now by the flaws in our artificial skin. The skin's shortcomings have kept us away from ultraviolet rays, forcing us to do our work at night, underground, or in the winter. In the end, we had to construct a hospital like this, all because of the flaws in our artificial skin.
Just gonna turn off the V-Sync. Okay.
This was the only difference between us and you humans. But now we have broken this barrier.
Huh?
We are on the verge of developing a perfect artificial skin, thanks to the cooperation of a new partner in our plan.
Perfect artificial skin? A new partner?
Once we have the new skin, nothing will be able to stop us. And with that, our plan moves to phase 2. Our little experiment in this city will end, and we'll move in force to take over the world.
Don't be so sure. You won't get out of the city that easy.
You humans are always so overconfident, so naive.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're aware that the Kyoto Summit, being held to decide how to handle the Snatcher problem, opens tomorrow.
Metal, is that right?
Yes. Countries around the world are concerned about the Snatcher problem. It will be one of the main topics discussed at this year's summit.
That's right. Tomorrow, we attack the summit.
You must be crazy. The security there will be incredible. You won't even get close.
Must I explain everything to you, Junker? Aren't you even aware that a fellow Junker will be giving a special presentation at the summit?
The chief!
Right.
Cunningham! So that's why you snatched him.
We've known that your chief would be speaking at the summit for over 3 months now.
Gillian, the summit is tomorrow. We have to hurry.
Listen, we have your chief. You Junkers are at our mercy, and so is this city. And tomorrow, we move on the world. Nothing can stop us now. We will finally achieve our long-awaited goal of global domination.
Who is this we you keep talking about?
We are an evolved life form, given life in the depths of the Kremlin by our creator, Modnar. We are a new race.
Modnar.
Modnar?
Modnar? The Kremlin? Those names are familiar, but...
Our goal is to snatch all of the world's leaders, and then achieve total control of human thought and worldwide racial unification.
You're insane. Humanity won't be so easily dominated. You underestimate the strength of the human spirit.
I think not. In the same way as the Nazis, our strategy begins with the overpowering of the spirit of the people. We will strike at you humans' weakest point, the most primitive part of your psychological makeup, your suspiciousness and fear. By provoking suspicion and mistrust throughout the populace, we will destroy that fragile fabric which holds your society together, that of trust. Fear is you humans' weak point. It is the primitive part of your brains that binds you forever to your animal ancestors and makes you vulnerable. By stimulating that part of your atavistic instincts, our plan can succeed magnificently.
Gillian, at this rate, they'll kill us all. You've got to get out alive. You're a junker.
Just what have you have in mind?
I've got a big fireworks show ready for him. Better that than get snatched.
What? You're gonna blow yourself up? No, we're better off fighting together.
Hey, it won't work. I'm hit in the thigh. Ow, oh, damn. A bounty hunter can't do anything with a leg wound like this. I might as well have been shot in the head.
Well, there must be some way out of here.
Hey, I wasn't doing this job just for fun. I stayed ready for situations like this. I've always been prepared to go out with a bang.
It's December. A little late for fireworks.
So it'll be an off-season show.
No, I can't let you.
My belt's packed with TNT PX. You know, that really strong stuff they use in the mines on Mars. One push, and this whole hospital will go. No trouble at all. No time to sit around thinking, Junker boy. Go! What are you doing? Get your butt moving, you fool! Get out through this air shaft. I've got a powerful strobe on me. Its flash will screw up their sensors long enough for you to get out. Now, you with me? Fireworks are better from a distance anyway, Gillian.
Are you two finished chatting? Then I think it's time for you to die. We're quite busy, you know.
You ready? When I give the signal, break into the air shaft and run. And don't forget your blaster.
Metal, stay with me.
Yes, sir.
Random.
Gillian! Doesn't look like I'm gonna have a chance to call in that debt you owe me.
Don't worry. I'll pay it back to the Snatchers with interest.
All right, go! Run, Gillian!
Jeez, we really didn't get a lot of chance to work with Random, did we? Are we in the sewers? The underground?
Metal, are you okay? Metal, something broken?
Okay, but it appears that language circuits have been damaged somewhat.
What happened?
Random blew himself up after getting us into this air shaft.
Random.
Gillian, that explosion should have taken all of Queen's Hospital with it.
The thick walls of this duct must have shielded us from enough of the blast. If it wasn't for Random, we wouldn't have made it. Oh, Random.
Oh, Random.
Gillian, we have no time for grief now.
Oh,
we must
you.
get back to Junker headquarters as quickly as possible. Harry and Mika are in danger.
You're right. And I have to keep my promise to Random. But first, we have to figure out how to get out of here.
I can't see a thing. What should we do?
Turn on your light. I was waiting for you to ask. Let there be light. Let's try moving forward. Please use extreme caution. How far does this thing go? Are you sure this thing has an exit? I can hear the sound of water flowing, but we must be close to a way of getting out of this thing. There's some kind of scratches here. Check them out. Constructed quite well. There are signs that construction to reinforce that has been carried out. There's some sand spilled here. How did that get there? The scratch was caused by the scraping of a very hard, claw-like object of some kind. A snatcher? Maybe they were using this as some kind of shortcut or back route. Alright, now analyzing the sand. Iron particles, high quantities of phosphorus. This type of sand is particular to the M district in Neo Kobe, around the old factory. What's that mean? Shock of that explosion has damaged my motion detector. I'm getting partial readings, but they are not as sensitive as they should be. I have to depend on my own eyes and ears, do I? Can't go back. The way is blocked by debris. My light isn't powerful enough to continue on. I can hear water. It can't be a dead end. Okay. We can probably keep moving forward, but it's likely to be a dead end. Buried alive, eh? Great. Check real careful. There's gotta be a way out somewhere. Okay. Both the left and right sides have scratches on them as if something hard had bumped into them. The light isn't powerful enough. It appears to continue on. Reinforcing bars of a level 4 hardness steel. For an air duct, the quantity of dust is quite low. Means this thing is used regularly, right? There's certainly no reason why anyone would ever deliberately clean a duct like this. Oh. Crap. Snow 9. Pollen. Gather and examine a sample of the air. The results are as expected, though the concentration is thin. There's definitely Snow 9 present. Is it okay to breathe it? You will be safe at these concentrations. Okay. Sensors are not showing anything. Probably a sewer or something nearby. I have to keep investigating until I figure out if I can move forward or not. Lower surface is constructed of reinforced concrete. This does not seem to be just an ordinary air duct. With these scratches in the presence of Snow 9, I say it's definite. I don't want to meet up with any of them in a tight space like this. Advance. Continuing forward. Jeez, this thing just keeps going. Insectors. You've got to be kidding, not here. There we go, once I get into the pattern of it. That's a lot of insectors. Uh-oh. Got low life. Oh, crap. Alright, now continuing the investigation. Continuing the shoot fest. This was a lot of insectors. Sometimes the button doesn't fire off exactly at the right time. So I gotta be more precise with my timing and maybe hold the button down. Jeez, that's a lot of shots. Ah! No! Oh, just made it. I'm no longer reading any motion. They really build a lot of those things, don't they? That was really close. I took 5 hits, only one more, and it would have been curtains. Those insector must be security of the area, which means at the end of this duct. I'm not reading any more motion. Let's move on. Definitely hear water. Metal, don't let your guard down.
What in the world?
This is part of the tube liner, the city's long abandoned subway system.
You mean Queen's Hospital and this were connected?
Yes, it would appear that the Snatchers were using this to move from place to place. This would provide them with the perfect way to move about while still avoiding the ultraviolet rays they hate so much. We should have realized this sooner. The city is crisscrossed by the tube liner's old lines, and since they are abandoned, the Snatchers could move undetected as well.
Aha! That's how those two we caught a glimpse of at the abandoned factory where Gibson was killed were able to disappear so quickly. They must have used this subway.
That would appear to be correct. The tube liner passes underneath that factory site as well. That would also explain why sand from the factory was in the air duct at the hospital.
So this is the trick they were using to stay out of the sun and avoid being seen while they moved around.
Now we know why it took so long to uncover them.
All right, let's follow the subway. We should be able to get out when we get to the nearest station.
How far does this bloody thing go? Probably lost. I wonder where we are. Metal, can you see what's up ahead? It appears the tunnel continues for as far as I can see. The only sound is that of our own footsteps. Metal, how much farther do we have to reach the next station? Since I don't know what our exact present location is, I cannot give you an accurate figure. This part of the system didn't have many stations. You'll probably have to walk quite a bit further. What part of the city is this? I believe we are probably underneath the MR district. Well, can you hear any trains approaching? What are you saying, Gillian? The tube liner system has been abandoned for years. The tunnel seems to go on for some distance. Look behind. Gillian, what's wrong?
Look, metal, light!
Yes, but this doesn't look like a station.
There's a ladder.
Where do you suppose it leads, Gillian?
I don't have the slightest, but let's climb it and see.
All right, now climbing the ladder. We seem to have emerged into an odd place.
Oh!
Wait, this room.
This looks very familiar.
It's Freddie Nielsen's bathroom. He was using this shaft from the bathtub to get down into the subway.
No wonder the bathtub looked weird.
So that's how he did that.
Yes. As I recall, after you disposed of Lisa, he somehow entered the apartment without using the regular entrance.
Which he accomplished by using this secret passage into his bathtub.
The bathtub must be of a double construction. The bottom is actually a lid. When they wanted to hide the passage, all they needed to do was fill the tub. And to get in and out, they would just drain the water into another tank.
Jeez. Double bottom bathtubs? Abandoned subways? Snatchers really go out of their way to stay out of the sun.
Okay, Gillian, let's head outside.
Alright, well, I'm gonna save my game. Because I don't know if there's gonna be anything in the rest of this apartment. Looks like the junk team's already taken care of Freddy's remains. Nothing has changed since we were last here. The apartment has been sealed off by the Junker Agency and the Kobe Police Department. Don't worry, there's nobody else in the reflection. I'd prefer not to be strangled like that again, thank you. This is Freddy's living room. Let's investigate that map again. It's a late 20th century map. Moscow, eh? Chinsu O over Queens had a picture of the St. Basil's Cathedral. The chief keeps a picture of Red Square hidden. How come everyone is such a big Moscow fan these days? What's going on here? Moscow seems to have hold some clue to this whole thing, doesn't it? Moscow. Did that guy say something about it? Before the explosion, didn't Chinsu O say something about achieving what was meant to be 55 years ago in the depths of the Kremlin? Now that you mention it, this map is from exactly that era, isn't it? Moscow, 55 years ago. The key to understanding the Snatchers, no doubt, lies there. This has to have some meaning. I don't think they'd paste a 50-year-old map up here just as a decoration. Lisa's remains have been cleaned up. Careful that you don't touch the tape lines. Tape, you mean this laser beam, right? Don't break the beam, Gillian. You'll have people from headquarters all over the place. It's a security sensor, you know. I see. Gotta make sure nobody messes with the evidence, after all. Yeah, I feel like I'm breaking into the place or something. We're outside of Nielsen's apartment. Thank God. Let's get back to headquarters. How do you plan to get back? We have no turbocycle. Are we going to walk it? Aren't there any taxis or anything around here? Why don't we search the area? I mean, maybe we could find Freddy's sealed off to prevent Snatchers from spreading. The building is no longer inhabited. Oh yeah, all the lights are out. Look at that. We're quite a ways from Queen's Hospital. It's quite quiet here. There's a taxi over there. The cab is for hire. Shall we board it? It's a man taxi. The driver is behind the wheel. We've boarded the taxi. Where to? This is a man cab. I can take you anywhere you need to go. The car has been modified to operate on manual only. This is a black taxi, you know. Don't be so nosy, you know. Face is concealed. Polarizing film is placed on the rearview mirror. Stop that, please. No, stop that. Where would you like to go? Medium height, medium build. You know the unspoken rule. Drivers and passengers of black taxis aren't supposed to interfere with each other's business, you know? Guess the Junker headquarters as quickly as you can. Why would you want to go there for? Something going down? We're in a hurry. Is that kind of joke, sir? You can't be serious. This is a man taxi. I can't go to a place like that. I think we picked a weird taxi. We want to tell you where I'm a junker. Take me to junker. Oh! You want to know where that is? Where? Straight there. Oh! Chinshu-o. Oh!
Is he dead?
He's junk now. Stubborn one, wasn't he?
Jeez. He made it through that explosion and was waiting for us out here.
Wow.
If those things ever get control of the city, there's no way we'll ever get it back. We've got to stop them before that.
And to do that, we have to prevent the chief from getting to the Kyoto summit.
I know. And I have to pay back my debt to Random.
Let's use this taxi to get back to Junker headquarters.
I planned on it. I just hope Mika and Harry are safe.
We've arrived at Junker headquarters. Certainly hope Mika and Harry are safe. Alright, Metal, this is it. The final showdown. Are you ready? Let's go. Now entering headquarters. Oh, shit. That doesn't look good. The shutter on the reception booth is closed. The surface of the shutter shows evidence of being struck by fire from an energy weapon. I read motion. Something is in the booth. We have to open this somehow. It's been locked from the inside. The only way to open it from it is inside the booth. The shutter for the reception booth is automatically loaded in times of danger. Can't this be opened from the outside? If it has an emergency external connection port, then it can be opened from the outside. Metal, find this external connection jack. Here we are. I have located an emergency external connection port on the side of the booth. With this, I should be able to open the shutter. Don't need to save. We have to open the booth in order to open the in-gate door. Investigate the door. It goes by con or blaster fire. We have to get in the booth open before we get the door open. Function protective shield. Yeah. Headquarters has been put on emergency status. Open shutter. Now plugging into with emergency external connection port. Releasing lock mechanism. Now opening the shutter.
All right, I'm going to open it, but please use extreme caution. Anything could be inside.
Oh, Mika.
Mika! Mika, are you all right? Metal, how is she?
Her pulse is normal. The only external injuries are to her forehead, and they are not serious. There's been no significant blood loss.
Mika, come on, snap out of it. It's me, Gillian.
Gillian? Gillian!
Mika, what happened?
Gillian, the chief. The chief is a Snatcher.
So he's finally shown his true colors.
Harry's...
What's happened to Harry?
Harry put me in the pod and sealed the main door. He locked the Snatcher in.
That was smart. Not even a Snatcher can get through this shield.
So where's Harry?
He said keep the door sealed no matter what happens in there. And then he went in. Gillian, please help him.
Harry! Mika, open the door. I'm going in. Metal, we're going in. Be careful. That Snatcher could be hiding anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Gillian, please be careful. The chief is very cunning. Don't let your guard down.
You might say he's
Don't
a
worry.
Cunningham.
I'll watch myself in there.
Oh, shit. That's definitely Harry.
Harry!
Oh, Gillian. Is that you? I'm getting old. Just look at me.
What happened?
I saw the chief messing with your turbocycle. And that weird picture in his office.
Metal, how is he? Metal!
I do not wish to say.
Really?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Gillian, when I confronted him about what I saw, he showed me what he really was. I was barely able to even scratch him.
That's enough, Harry. I understand. Metal, is there anything we can do for him?
Gillian, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Harry, you'll be okay. It doesn't look like you're hurting too bad. This'll work out perfect. You always were working too hard anyway. Why don't you take a nice long vacation somewhere and rest up?
Yeah, sure. Nice try, Gillian, but it's my body. I know I ain't gonna make it. You were a good kid, Gillian.
Harry!
I don't know how to say this right, but I've always had a special feeling about you. I've always had trouble talking to people since I was little, like my father. What I can remember of him.
Pulse and blood pressure falling.
Oh.
Harry, hang in there. You and I were gonna go out and tie one on, remember?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You, me, and Jean, the three of us.
Oh.
But John is...
Metal, quiet!
Gillian, I've lived my life alone. I didn't know my parents or family. Always so stubborn, glued to my research. I never really trusted anybody. That was a mistake.
Blood pressure continuing to fall.
No.
Harry?
After Jean died, I felt it. Human warmth, companionship.
I know what you mean.
Gillian, I just
Oh.
wanted to get along with everybody. I don't need no Nobel Prize. For 50 years, I've been searching, trying to find something I lost. Looks like I'll never find it now.
Gillian, he's about...
No.
Looks like I've been talking too much. It's up to you now, Gillian. I'm finished. You won't forget this, old grouch, will you?
Harry!
Gillian, you've got to believe in yourself. You're the last junker.
Harry! Harry!
Pulse 0. Pupils are dilated.
Cunningham! No! Snatcher! I'll get you for this!
We have no time for grieving. That Snatcher is still hiding somewhere here in headquarters.
Metal, listen to me. If that Snatcher gets me, you've got to take Mika and run. Then you've got to blow up Junker headquarters. Blow it sky high! You understand me?
Yes, sir. I just hope it doesn't come to that. So, where should we start our search?
Well, Chief's office, obviously. Where else would Benson be? This is the Chief's office. Snatcher does not seem to be around. Place like this. Now investigating. Nothing there. Now investigating. Nothing there. Nothing there. We are the only ones registering in the motion detector. Alright, not here. Computer room. Where could he be? Oh, check it out. Are you ready? Nothing there. Check it out. Nothing unusual. Oh, Jesus! Nothing there. What? Oh, sorry, nothing there. Don't... We're the only ones registering on my motion sensor. No, I'm not going to long go to Harry's room, but... Engineering. The only place I have in his room is here. Alright. Nothing there. Nothing unusual. Don't read any movement. We are the only ones in the area. The ceiling fan is the only thing moving. Where could we go? Shooting range. There's a good chance it's hiding in here somewhere. No snatchers here. Don't read any movement. We're the only ones in the area. Nothing there. No snatchers here. Main hallway. Check all the rooms. Let's go all through the rooms one more time. Just like we left it earlier. Any movement? No reading. My movement sensor is functioning perfectly. Can't find any sign of the Snatcher. Alright, back to the Chief's office. There's the Chief's office. There's something on the desk. There was no stain like this a few moments ago. This stain was not there before. Some kind of stain on the desktop. It's blood. What bleeds? It appears that blood is dripping from the ceiling. Why don't we investigate the ceiling? Oh! 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 Jesus!
The lighting control system has been destroyed. Distance to motion readings increasing.
Is he trying to run?
Motion readings have vanished.
You got past me this time, Snatcher.
Headquarters emergency lighting has been activated.
Can we find him again?
We should go after him immediately.
We'll find him. We know he's somewhere inside headquarters.
The Snatcher has been wounded. We should look for traces of blood.
Well, there's one place I can think of. Let's go to the hallway first. There's blood there already, but... Oh, the lights are all different. It has to be somewhere in headquarters. Will not do any good. We are the only ones registering on the motion detector. Engineering room. He's got to be in here somewhere. Searching the same place will not do any good. I don't any movement. We're the only ones in the area. Wait, does it say bloodstain? Search bloodstain. I don't see any evidence of blood anywhere. Okay. Search for bloodstain. There are no traces of the Snatcher's blood in this area. That Snatcher's wounded. There must be. Inside locker. Nobody there. It's relatively the same, Gillian. No reading. Shooting range. Search. Bloodstain. No traces of the Snatcher's blood in the area. That's funny. I was pretty sure that I at least winged him. You shot him in the face! computer room. I don't see any evidence of blood anywhere. Back to the chief's office. Why would he search? Bloodstain. The Snatcher's blood trail continues out the door. Hallway. Where is it hiding? There's no way for it to get out of headquarters. There are still some rooms we haven't checked. The front area. The main door was sealed off when we came in. We checked and double-checked everywhere else. Let's take a look.
The main door has been opened. Did Mika open it?
Why would Mika open it?
Wait, Mika's not in the pod.
What?
What happened?
The lighting has been disconnected.
Don't move, Seed.
Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself.
Oh.
I'm right here. I don't need to run or hide from you.
Oh, this is not good.
Mika!
No, Gillian, don't move. It's a trap.
A hostage? You cowardly scum! Mika, why did you open the entrance?
I don't know. I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But you'd better be a pretty good shot, or this kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian. Kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Mika!
What are you going to do?
I have you now, Junker.
Oh, shoot. Oh my god. No. Did I hit her? No. Oh my god. That sounds promising. Oh.
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Harry? I got him. Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
Oh.
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Queen's Hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We have comrades operating throughout the city, more than you can imagine. Now our plans will move into Phase 2. For that, we will enlist the help of Professor Lorraine. Your existence is meaningless, as long as you don't get your memory back. Good luck, Junker.
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
Harry! Why? Please tell me. Why do so many good people have to die?
Mika!
This is all wrong.
Mika, don't worry. I won't let anybody else die. I've made a promise to Harry and Random. But the city is still full of Snatchers. This fight is just beginning.
This feels pretty intense right now.
Gillian, I have an urgent video call from Jamie. I'll connect you.
Gillian, I've got my memory back. I remember everything.
What?
Your memory? So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible. What we've done.
Jamie!
What?
What's wrong?
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone. I would have been better off never remembering.
Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian. I can't tell you. They've taken our boy hostage.
Our boy?
Who?
Professor Modner is here too.
Jamie, what are you talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Oh!
Snatcher!
Gillian!
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin. So for now, I suggest you avoid doing anything foolish, Professor Seed.
What? That's the end of the... Oh my god. Okay, I'm saving the game here. Yeah. Holy cow. Okay, so oh my goodness. I don't know if I want to... Let's just see the opening here for Act 3. But then I'm probably going to wrap up for the night. What?
With the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3 hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center. A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
Now that the Chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The Chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatchers' headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the Chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Metal, what about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough. Still, it definitely did come from within the city.
Wait.
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian, can't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian.
Metal, the Chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well, you see...
Metal!
All right. With the Chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
You knew all along?
Of course.
Wait, what?
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there. In addition, the third pod was empty at the time you were discovered.
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the Army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. Another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the site.
Wait, that's not...
That's Harry's picture.
Yeah, that's
from
Harry's...
when he was a kid.
That's not ours.
That's correct. Harry is Gillian and Jamie's son.
What?
It's been confirmed by DNA tests.
Harry? Harry was my son?
Using the information gained from the photo, it was established that you are Gillian Seed and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of
Dr.
you are
Lorraine.
American citizens, born in the late 1960s.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yes, you come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
Harry was my son. Did he know?
No. It was highly classified information. He was never told.
I was never able to do anything for him.
Wait a minute, Gillian. Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters.
Shit.
We've only got 3 hours.
And they made
Gillian, let's think this all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
You're right. There may be some clue in the way they're operating.
All right. Let's go over what we know about them.
Alright, what's the Snatcher's weak point? Ultraviolet rays. Effective artificial skin. Long-term exposure to ultraviolet rays causes mutations. Long ultraviolet rays. We may want to wrap this up at some point, but basically I'll go through until I can save again. Now that's a lot of information to just dump. What method were they using to move and be able to avoid ultraviolet rays and sunlight at the same time? The underpass. The abandoned tunnels of the old tube liner system. This department, the old factory, Queen's Hospital, all of their candidates were connected by the tube liner. Next, what phenomenon was always observed at any location where Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? Snow 9. You sneezed. And what was the cause of the sneezing? Snow 9. Artificial form of pollen. Using it to interfere with radio transmissions to keep people away. That's probably were producing it intentionally themselves. Areas around the Ina River. These have been cleared out of other areas because of the danger it presents. So that means that their base must be somewhere near the Ina River. That is a fair conclusion. They're probably somewhere near the Ina River, protected by the snow. The Ina River looks very much like the Moscow map. Accessible to the tube liner near the Ina River, and we must not forget the 3 photographs we found at the Snatcher with. All of them related to the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. Look at that map. That curve looks very similar to the Ina River. The map on the wall, picture of the temple of the director's office, and the photo of the red square. Why do the Snatchers keep pictures in the memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick? Maybe that's where they come from. Homesick? Get serious. Because they're robots. Robots can have emotions. Let's analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all three of these pictures? Moscow. Moscow must be where they come from. That must be the basis of the programming. Well, they did say the Kremlin. Just as people have a hometown that's dear to them, the creators may have put a hometown into their programming. They used very advanced artificial intelligence systems, so that they may have needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. Born out of nothing, but they need to give them some sort of image as an emotional base. So Moscow is their creator and their home, and the place that they found Jamie and I.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been recorded in Neo-Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far.
Look at that. That's
This
Ina.
is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present.
Look at Moscow.
Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this, we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
Did you...
What's this?
Look how similar that is.
Look! The rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right, right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo-Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This
There.
is the spot.
There.
It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So take me with you then.
You head to the summit to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo-Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian.
Gillian?
Yes? What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
Dinner?
Yeah, you know, dinner.
Mika.
Not interested. I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back, relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh? I'll be back by then.
Gillian, we have to hurry.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah, okay. But I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
This is the last turbo cycle. Let's save our game. Alright, we are heading into the bottom of the 9th. I'll save everything that's happened up to now. Okay, I don't know how much longer this goes for. Should we continue? Anybody still on there with the stream or not? What do you think? The bottom of the 9th, huh? I'm curious to see basically how many more people, how much longer could there possibly be? I don't know if there's even anybody actually still watching at this point. Save the 9th inning for another stream. I mean, honestly, like, it is getting a little late. Oh shit, it is 11 o'clock. I probably should finish for another game. That being said, yeah, I'll probably wrap up because I have an early day tomorrow. New job and everything. So maybe it's best that I just wrap up here. Let's conclude the investigation in the next stream. Thursday, maybe. Oh. Thank you. So, yeah, let's leave this for now. Right, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream on Thursdays anymore for a while. Aside from basically the work that I'm doing, I've basically got an event happening like for the next 10 weeks on Thursdays. So I might not be streaming. It's probably going to be a little bit hard for me to do that kind of thing. That's okay. I'll figure out something. I'm sure I'll figure out some other time to finish this off. We only have a little bit left, Act 3, right? I feel that Act 3 might just be a wrap things up. Because I remember being told that apparently the first 2 acts of this game, it didn't actually conclude originally, and they had to conclude it in the Sega CD version or something. So that being said, let's wrap this up for now. I think what we should do is go and raid Foxwine's room. What do you say? I'll set everyone up for a raid in a couple seconds here, and we can just go watch Foxwine for a bit. Starting a raid. So everyone can jump in if you'd like. And we will leave soon, and then I will say good night to everyone. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you very soon. Okay? Take care. Take care. See you. Bye.